Let's
Cello,
go.
cello, cello.
Cello.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Heron Heads podcast. My name is Julio, and I'm joined today by some friends and fellow Inter Miami fans, Dave and Chris, who's on the way. Jose is halfway around the world, luckily safe from all tsunami threats. He's off in that region of the world where there was a massive earthquake. So, good to note that he's okay. But yeah, we're coming live to you following a pretty wild finish in the Leagues Cup opener for Inter Miami as they took on Atlas from Liga MX. And the hero we all know and love, Chelo Wegant, with a last second goal that was initially disallowed for being offside, but then ruled as a good goal after a VAR review. And Inter Miami escape with a win, 2-1. But I'm curious to find out what everyone's thoughts are here. Before we get started, a huge shout out to our Chief Heron Heads, Chow and Marivi. Thank you so much for the continued generous support. If you'd like to support us on Patreon, you'll find a link in the description wherever you are listening. If you're not interested in doing that, that's totally okay too. But if you're watching live on YouTube, please hit the like and subscribe buttons if you guys are enjoying the show. And yeah, let's talk about this. Obviously, a big result as far as Leagues Cup goes. But yeah, how are you guys feeling? Pretty exciting finish there.
Insane, man. It's what a roller coaster, because I think going into this match, everybody felt pretty good about it being like a high scoring affair where everybody's just trying to score as many goals as possible because of the new rules. And then being 0-0 for such a long stretch really got my blood pressure up. And then we finally score despite Segovia really struggling to get a clean hit on that one. He is able to get on the board. And then we get some weird substitutions from Mascherano. We concede the equalizer, and then it feels like we're on our back heels for the remainder of the match. And then kind of having that desperation goal at the end, and then it gets called off sides, which is ridiculous. First of all, before I continue, thank you, Jorge Garriga. That is an awesome gesture by you. Am I the only one who thinks that Atlas tried every single dirty tactic, time wasting, diving, etc.? I mean, this is a tournament and the rules are kind of pressure packed and they're really forcing people to score as many goals as possible. So I don't put it past anyone to try anything. I even felt that Messi might have flopped a little bit in this one. So that just goes to show you the mindset that these guys have in trying to get goal chances. And yeah, they were a little grabby. I think of any team that we've faced in a while, Atlas was probably the most grabby that I've seen. But yeah, getting back to that finish, just it had to be Cello, right? It just had to be Cello. And even that little the sequence was a microcosm of the game. It's, oh my god, we scored. It's Cello. Oh, Cello's an idiot. He's offside. I can't believe it. And then you get that lengthy VAR review, and we were saying in the Discord, they're like, man, if they hadn't raised the flag, that's gonna get overturned. But because they did raise the flag, nobody thought it would. And man, it looks so clear that he was onside, and thank goodness that they called it back and made it a goal, because I did not want to go into penalties. I did not feel good about it. And
Me
let's
either.
go. Let's get the 3 points and move on.
Yeah, I didn't feel good about penalties at all. I just kept thinking about Suarez sailing it to the 20th row in the stadium, and that's all I just kept replaying in my head. So I was praying some miracle happened, and it did. It wasn't the prettiest match in the world. I thought it was kind of ugly, actually. I didn't like the way we played most of the time. It was nice to see Rodrigo De Paul out there. He obviously hasn't trained with the team. He's not in sync with any of them. So he started off kind of slow, but towards the end, you started seeing him kind of make the nice passes that we want to see from him. And you saw that motor that everyone speaks about. So, it's going to take time. He wasn't a world beater today, but it's going to take time. We saw the flashes of it today, why everyone's so excited for him to be here. So it was nice. But yeah, I don't, there weren't many stars of the game. We'll talk about that later. In my opinion, it was very just, kind of a blah match. I didn't really like the way that anyone played, to be honest. But man, we got that W, and the 3 points in this tournament are just huge. And I haven't seen the scores. Did you guys see the scores of the other matches right now? But I think we might have been the first team to beat a Liga MX team in regulation.
Oh,
Yeah.
we are the pole bearer for MLS against international play. Oh, what
Yeah,
what,
because
what do we do for the league?
yeah, Montreal won yesterday, but in pen, so it wasn't a regulation.
Orlando's currently leading 1-0 against Pumas.
Yeah.
And then Minnesota's winning 2-0 against Querétaro.
So good showing then from MLS today if those scores hold up. So we'll see. But
we hope
W is
Orlando
awesome, man. Thank God we got it. Somehow, some way we got it.
Yeah, pretty unbelievable. It felt like one of those matches where we just miss a million opportunities, and that the result should have been pretty comfortably in hand. We had so many chances. Just like Suarez off the crossbar at the end of the first half. He had a number of opportunities. He had some really nice shots. There was some very good saves from the the goalkeeper from Atlas, Vargas, which made me nervous for penalties. I was like, man, Rios Novas had a very nice game, but Vargas is a much more seasoned goalkeeper and is probably, on paper more up for the task than Rios Novo. But just a lot of chances that went by the wayside. Even Messi had some really great chances that he either like couldn't get the last touch on, or he was just slightly off balance. He had a couple just free headers. Messi had a free header. Falcon had a free header off of a corner, if I'm not mistaken. So like just a ton of chances, and it felt like one of those matches that was going to end in such a frustrating way where like, we should have had 3 points. Now let's hope we get 2 points.
Yeah.
And Chelo at the death. It's unbelievable that he's the hero tonight. Obviously Messi played a hand in both goals. The first goal, which we should certainly talk about, that first goal that Inter Miami scored, because it was
beautiful.
It was just beautiful. It was
beautiful and ended so ugly for it to be a goal. It's amazing.
It started ugly because it was off of a ricochet. Messi shot. It hit the defender. It went straight to Busi's feet, like perfectly. And then Busi hit the very nice touch lead pass to Messi.
But it was like a Messi, fake out, though.
Yeah, he did a fake shot.
He kind of did a fake shot.
Like a head fake.
It shifted the entire defense.
Yeah.
And then he just touched the pass past everyone, and Messi was just alone, which was beautiful. And then Vargas, the goalkeeper, did a fantastic job getting to Messi, making it impossible for Messi to really shoot that. And Messi with a perfect dump off to Segovia, who didn't corral it in on the first touch. So then he had to two touch it, and I think it might have even ricocheted a little bit off of the defender's stomach area. It was, but man, if he had missed that, we would have been toast. Yeah, been toast.
Yeah, luckily he didn't. As Jose would have said, he had no choice but to score.
Exactly.
So yeah, Jose also messaged in our WhatsApp group that he wanted to apologize to Chelo for all the slander that he's played against him. So
just him?
Yeah. So Jose wanted us to share that message with everybody. Yeah, I mean, so it's so interesting. Like there's so many players that I think played really poorly. I think Allende played awful today. His touch cost so many opportunities for us. He was getting into really good positions, but he just can't control the ball unless it's already coming to a stop almost, and he's the one picking it up. It's something that he really needs to get down, because as Rodrigo De Paul gets more integrated into this team, there's gonna be so much more opportunity for whoever's in that position, whether it's Allende, whether it's Fafa, who I thought should have been substituted on for Allende, Kremaski, whoever they put in that spot is gonna have a lot of opportunities here with this infusion of quality from Rodrigo De Paul. And if you're not taking the chances, you're gonna see the bench, in my opinion.
Well, you should see the bench.
Yeah, you should see the bench.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only problem with Mascherano, is just because you should do something doesn't mean that Mascherano will do something. That's the only problem.
Yeah, it's becoming a bad habit at this point. I think we talk about it every freaking reaction. Is Allende's touch is just bad. Imagine the player that he can be if he had a nice first touch, because he's constantly pushing up. He's getting behind the defenders. He's in position to score a lot. And a lot of times that first touch, just touches in general, has just screwed him over.
I mean,
Like tonight.
like we can imagine it because I feel like early on he was okay with that, and then as the season's gone on, his touch has gotten worse and worse and worse. And I got into it in the Discord, somebody saying that he's washed or broken, and that he needs to leave. And I'm like, no, no, he's not broken. He might be out of form right now, but I mean, today one of those touches was just so egregiously terrible that I might be like, okay, maybe he does need to sit down for a while. And I mean, we've been calling for Fafa to get more time, and after seeing Allende struggle today and to not have Fafa, the two substitutions today didn't really make much sense to me. The two first substitutions, but man, it's like, did you see Redondo coming in over Yannick Bright when the game beckoned for Yannick Bright's play style? And then to not have, when they do bring Kermaski in, it's for Allende. And man, I would have loved to see Fafa in that spot. I understand that he typically plays on the other side, but it doesn't matter, man. You gotta have speed and finesse up there, and Allende wasn't bringing it. Even though I did see Allende play a little bit nicely in defense, but that's not his main role. He needs to find the back of the net and be able to finish those chances. And you just need to. I mean, when they scored the equalizer, my initial reaction was being just so mad at Mascherano. I'm like, this is your fault for not figuring out how to take the pulse of the game and of your squad and put the right people in there. And it's just time and time again, I keep seeing the same issues with who he decides to deploy. And it's like, figure it out.
Yeah, just to go back to all the missed chances. Did you guys see what our XG was? It was 3.2.
I was gonna guess 17.
Yeah, 3.2 versus
More corners than
their
ever.
their 1.6. So we XG'd them, and yeah, a lot of missed opportunities tonight.
And it felt it too. Like it just felt like the game was lacking, or the quality
Especially
was
the first
lacking.
half. Especially the first half. We
Yeah.
had a lot of them.
Yeah. But to Dave's point, I mean, yeah, like after we scored that goal, there was a pretty sizable stretch where it just felt like we were already falling into the trap of sitting back, which I feel like it doesn't bode well for us ever. And Mascherano can't recognize that moment and be like, oh, like I should put some energy in, because he maintains so much quality out on the pitch that even if he switched just a couple pieces, we would be able to control the match. Even if Atlas started pressing or any team started pressing against us, we would be able to just control the momentum and control the energy and the play so much more. And by sitting back, we just allowed Atlas to get back into a position where they were controlling a lot of the possession and putting the ball into dangerous areas. And when they scored, it was a comedy of errors. Like Chelo wins the ball, but it bounces back. And then Falcon's falling all over the floor and flopping all around, and no one can clear the ball. And I mean, it was a very good finish, because when you see the replay, Falcon, like on the floor, tries to like scoot his body over and get a head on it. And it missed his head by a millimeter, banked off the post and goes in. Like it was a very good finish, all things considered. But
I've never seen a player be on the floor more and still find a way to be effective. Because
agreed.
Even in midfield at one point, he looked like he was breakdancing, and then he did a perfect pass out of it. It's just he's got good body control in that sense, where even if he's not in the best position, he can kind of squirm and really reticulate his body and get it in the right spot. So I do think that there's some kind of like applause that needs to go for him for that, because you could find yourself on the ground and then just be out of the play, and he's never really fully out of the play. So I do appreciate that. And then I saw someone in the comments, right, that like Allen should have started, and maybe so, but I have no real complaints with like who are you gonna take out for Allen today, because Lujan I thought played exceptionally well. So it's not. I don't think that like today's a good example of having a rotation at center back that works, because I do think that Allen can come in and there's obviously no drop off, but having Lujan be able to play center back and to play it at a good standard. Now this is, I think, his second match in a row where Lujan has been quite serviceable at center back. So that's a good thing. But yeah, I do believe that Bright needs to see more time, unless he's facing a knock. he needs to be in there. He can't be left on the bench for Redondo, who promptly got a foul when he came in.
It
I
honestly
do
felt
think,
like most of the team played really well, with the exception of Allende.
yeah, I do
Nah,
think,
Cello did not play that great.
yeah,
Like I've told you, like I think I said it in the Discord. I'm like, my least of the match was gonna be Cello, and then he scored the buzzer beater. So I didn't think Cello played exceptionally well.
I do think Mascherano could have subbed off one of our defenders because everyone looked very slow and gassed at the end from the midfield to the back. I would have liked to see Noah Allen because of that, to be honest. I don't know who I would have taken off because I thought they both had decent games. Probably Falcon, honestly, just to keep a little more speed out there. But I would have liked to see Noah Allen come in because of that. Not because they both played bad. I just thought the team was pretty gassed towards the
Yeah,
end.
you can use a tactical substitution.
Yeah,
That's completely
Never heard of
within
it.
your right.
Never heard of it.
What's that?
Mascherano doesn't know the term.
So,
But anyways, I think it's time to get into the most and least of the match. Jose won't be here to MC it, so I'll take the lead again.
Sometimes may be good, sometimes may be shit.
And now it's time for Jose's most and least of the match, presented by SofaScore. All right, guys. So brought to you by SofaScore. What do you guys want to start with? Most or least? Okay, great. Let's do most.
Yeah.
All right, most of the match. Who do you guys got outside of Messi?
I mean, Messi. I think I saw in the
eligible.
comments somebody wrote 9.9.
Messi's not eligible for this game, but yes,
Right,
Messi did score 9.9.
2 assists. Very good. Very good.
I gotta give it to Segovia. He scored a goal, and I thought he played okay. I was surprised that they subbed him off. I didn't really like that sub, especially for Redondo. I wasn't a fan because I thought he had a pretty decent game. A lot of missed chances, so I might like maybe 2 missed chances. I might drop his score a little bit, but besides that, he played well.
Yeah, he'll have a nice score. I don't know if he'll have the most other than Messi. I actually, outside of the really nice pass, I thought that Busquets had a really nice match in all. So I tend to lean towards Busquets because I mean, it's gonna be Suarez, but I'm gonna vote for Busquets, but it has to be Suarez.
All right, so
Honorable mention: Rocco Rios Novo.
the most of the match, the non-Messi most of the match was Segovia with an 8.4. The only player outside of Messi to score over an 8.0. Interestingly, Busquets is not in the top section. But after Segovia, it was Alba with the 7.6, and then De Paul with the 7.4.
De Paul, I keep forgetting about De Paul. I don't think I've mentioned him once this entire podcast. I know you guys haven't.
It's pretty crazy that he's on our team. Like I kept having like little pinch me moments that, and it's weird because like obviously we had like the butterflies when Messi joined the team, but the fact that we're able to still add more is crazier in a way, that we're able to like manipulate within the rules how we can structure this team to continue to add pieces like this is pretty wild to me. But let's get into the
just on De Paul real quick. I really enjoyed him pushing up a lot on the attack. It's something that really Busi and Bright or Redondo kind of failed to do. Busi because he kind of has to stay back. It's just the way it is in this team. But Redondo, I mean, De Paul was really pushing up. You saw him like right outside of the box.
Yes,
it was fun to see that. It's very different, and that helps a lot in our attack. It's something that's really needed.
And Aria says that De Paul didn't even train with the group, and that's
right.
I think that really showed in this match. He really came on as the match progressed. I thought that he finished stronger than he started the match, and a lot of that is just because he's unfamiliar with basically everyone except for Messi. And it's not like he plays a ton with Messi. They play on the national team together, but other than that, they haven't really played together. So it is really nice to see that in just a short amount of time, he was able to figure things out with this club, and it's only going to get better for him. The only scary part was that he did take that fall, and I'm like, oh my god, if he snapped his arm, I'm so mad.
It's funny because he was still holding his arm, and then when the ball went to him, he was just like, okay, I'm okay.
I thought it was like It's like, it looked like it was all messed up. Like, oh no.
One thing he does need to get used to is that we don't have any pace in the striker position. He
Half the time.
tried a few times and there's nobody there. There's nobody home, and it sucks because he knows what he's looking for, and it'll be so beautiful to have a guy with pace up there.
If Fafa is ever in a
Yeah.
position where he's ahead of De Paul, they're gonna have a good time.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They're gonna have a good time. So let's get into the least of the match here. Who are your guys' guesses?
I had Cello locked and loaded until the very last second of the match. So good job. It won't be Cello. I mean, I think the obvious answer is Allende. After all the again, it's one of those
Yeah.
things where if he doesn't do anything, he's gonna be looked on negatively. And not only did he not do anything, but he really blew chances. So I think that has to be rated negatively on his card. So I think Allende is an easy choice there.
Yeah, Allende is a good choice. Did you mention Suarez in the top 3 when we were talking about it?
I did
No, right?
not. I did not.
I'm gonna go with Suarez. I think he had way too many missed chances tonight. Way too
Okay.
many.
Also, I failed to mention, but Rios Novo tied with De Paul with a 7.4. So honorable
He had a good
shout
game.
out to Rios Novo. Yes, I agree. He did have a very good game. Least of the match was Allende with the 6.4, as you guys mentioned, and then Suarez with the 6.8, and third, which may come as a little bit of a surprise, but I think when we talk it through a little bit more, Busquets with a 6.9. Just thinking back, he had a lot of
assists. No
he
hockey
had a
assists.
lot of really cheap giveaways that led to some really dangerous opportunities.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I remember the one, like, he just passed it so lackadaisically across the pitch under no pressure, and it just went straight to the Atlas player. And I think he took a bad touch and lost possession, but he had a couple pretty cheap giveaways. But yeah, the assist not enough to float Busquets' rating up.
I thought he had
Yeah,
a few nice passes though. I know he had that giveaway, but I thought he found himself in the right spot more often than not. And whatever.
He was 82% passing, which you expect a little more from him, I think. I was trying to look for missed or
There's a lot of good
possessions lost 7.
Sort of what I mentioned earlier, that it felt like a lot of players had good matches. So even though the ratings are quote unquote low, I mean, like a 6.9 is just average.
It's average.
Yeah.
So I think you have to look at it in that lens, from that perspective.
What was Cello's rating?
7.0. So the goal helped him tremendously. He may have been in the running for least of the match, were it not for the goal.
Had to have been.
That's right. He did it for you. That's why he was smiling so big. He's like, I can't wait to hear Dave at Dave Heron Head.
Yeah, his girlfriend, his ex-girlfriend's calling him like, take me back.
That's right.
I'm so sorry.
I never should have doubted you. But yeah, I thought to touch more on Rios Novo, he had some really, really good saves, and it felt like he also was a player that grew into the match.
He
and
didn't
it felt
grow
like
at all.
Okay, you know what I mean. It felt like he grew in confidence as the match progressed, and despite the fact that a lot of shots were hit straight at him, it felt like he was taking those with some gusto. I get, like, it just felt like he was attacking the play a little bit better than I've seen him in before, because it feels like oftentimes with Rios Novo, he just feels diminutive in goal, and it felt like today he was just taking a little bit more authority within the 6-yard box, even, which is progression for me, and it felt like he grew into it as the match wore on.
So I was actually going to say that he had 6 saves today. 3 of the saves were from inside the box, which is impressive. Yeah, it's great.
I think that he did a good job of reading plays just enough to get to them, and that was his size is always going to be a disadvantage for him. And I think that that's what made a lot of his saves look spectacular, was the fact that he was like a lot of fingertip saves, when like diving fingertip saves, and he was able to punch the ball out at some key moments, which we've seen him flub. So it was nice to see him actually execute those. But I mean, if you have a goalkeeper of normal size in there, I think those saves look a lot more routine. So I don't want to give him a ton of credit for making saves that should be routine. That's my only hold.
But I think you have to rate him against himself, because we don't have another option. So
I
it's
mean, I rate him against typical goalkeeping. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm
Yeah,
looking
we
at
don't
a
have that
standard.
option.
I know, but that's how I decided to grade it. Man. Something, what are you
No,
gonna do?
change up the rules of your rule book. I don't know what to tell you.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm like, yeah, you make an easy play look difficult. Congratulations. Like it's not. I'm not gonna award you for that. But I am happy that he played better than what we've seen. That's a positive. I have high standards. I'm sorry.
I mean, that's okay. We had the likes of 2023 Dre Calendar. We don't talk about 2024
Exactly.
Dre
Leagues
Calendar.
Cup. I expect lights out.
That's right. Yeah, but I just thought it was good to get like a really good outing from him. I think we're gonna need that because Ustari's still out for an unknown amount of time. I haven't seen any updates on him, so really unclear on when he's gonna return. So we're stuck with him, and as long as he's playing good for him, that's better than him playing normal or bad for Dios Novo. So it was good to see him have a good match. And I agree with what you were saying earlier. I thought Lujan played really solid. Falcon had a really good game. And the midfield is just, there's so much opportunity in the midfield now that De Paul's infused in there.
Which means there's opportunity in the attack. We just need to have an attack.
Yeah. Well, if we finish our chances, like this game wouldn't have been close, in my opinion. Like not even remotely close.
I know, but the fact that we can't finish, like we have to.
I think there was a little psyche after the goalkeeper, after Vargas made a few stops. We were trying to go really wide. Like Segovia had the curler, Suarez had the curler. Suarez tried going over the top, and you know it was saved, and then also off the crossbar. So I think there was a little bit of psychological going on there.
These guys can't be having a psychological meltdown against.
I agree. But when you try a couple times and you get saved, you try different things, and if that's not your plan A, then you could be a little bit off. I'm not saying they should be, but
Mike V wants to know if we're getting a number 9 soon.
No,
we have a nice shiny one on the bench.
I was gonna say, what's soon? Like, what do you consider to be soon?
Is it in our 5-year plan? Probably.
Obando's not on the team. Just forget about Obando.
Goodness.
He's as good as gone.
Yeah,
I actually read something that they might like waive him.
Yeah,
and then maybe that'll open up some kind of addition, but I wouldn't hold my breath.
Yeah, I mean it seems just so unlikely with how just hard-headed they are on the topic.
The player transactions have been a little odd outside of acquiring the big names. Everything else, at least this season, has felt a little disjointed.
Yeah, it almost feels like taking the best available instead of taking positions of need or players of need.
Because you also get rid of Leo Alfonso for nothing.
Right.
Yeah, I just think the biggest question mark is that we haven't addressed the 9. I mean, I think the Telasco pickup was good. The Allende pickup, in theory, is good. Yes, he has a bad touch. He's missed some pretty...
Yeah, but when he's good, he's good.
He's on. So I think those have been good. Falcon has been a very good addition for our back line. So I think the additions have been fine. I just think we haven't been aggressive in a glaring need, which is a striker position. Our midfield's fine. Obviously, we already beat us. That's huge. So I think the additions have been okay. It's just what the things that we have not done, which is the striker position.
I think the main issue is Suarez falling off a cliff, because if Suarez is half the player that he was last season,
totally,
it's a completely different conversation.
Maybe they just didn't expect it, so that's why they didn't make moves. Maybe that's exactly what happened.
Right, that's what I'm saying, that they didn't expect this drop off to be this steep.
Yeah.
Oh. So Henry brings up the first Messi match against Cruz Azul, where Messi had the dagger from the free kick.
He tried to emulate it. He tried to draw that
he did
that free kick, but I mean, he fell.
No dice. Yeah.
And he got the foul.
But Messi provided the goal contribution at the death, regardless, against the Mexican team, which is always great to say. So he still has a very good record against him, but not undefeated.
Yeah.
So yeah, up next is Necaxa. Is that
Saturday?
On Saturday. It's interesting how they go 3-day rest, but I suppose that's how it is for everyone. What do you guys think of this format for the Leagues Cup?
I like it. Pros and cons. Like, you like the whole like league versus league feel.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, because I
I
think
don't
that's the main
know.
point of this tournament is league versus
Yeah,
league. So I like that they started off for the most part in the beginning, and then
but I don't know how I feel about the going straight to the 8 and not and having like this the way that they have the point system set up. I think is a little wonky.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. I've never seen it
Yeah,
done that way before.
just cutting out a good
Yeah,
chunk of the
it's kind of
tournament.
weird. I mean, the same amount of games get played because this is essentially like a group stage, and then the seeding is just the top 4 from each league. But it's just a way to get to that point of who advances is very interesting to me. Yeah, I'm okay with it because I think it produces a lot of intrigue once you get into the knockouts, where every single matchup is MLS versus Liga MX. But yeah, I guess we'll see. It's great that we got 3 points tonight because now we're well ahead in the MLS standings, as far as advancing to the knockouts. And as we mentioned, this is a competition that, I mean, we need a win to consider this a success, or anything else will be considered a failure. I should say.
Also,
yeah,
I
it's
want to
gotten
win
to that
so
point.
bad. Like I know that we always want to win, but after this whole fiasco with Messi getting cited for avoiding the MLS All-Star game to play in a stupid friendly against Liga MX, like I'm so down for Inter Miami to just kick ass and just be the only relevant MLS squad, and then moving forward, like we keep saying, oh, we want players added from across the world to really improve MLS's standing. I don't give a crap about that anymore. Like I'm on the team of just burn the bridges. I just want Inter Miami to be the best. MLS can drown and by itself. I don't care if the league is seen with any kind of regard because the league doesn't care about us clearly. So I'm all for us getting everybody and being the best that we could possibly be. And maybe another league shows up and Inter Miami will jump ship.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I think we have to be sort of interested in our, or we have to be out for our best interest at this point because it's very clear that the MLS isn't bending any rules for us. Just really quickly here, Henry saying he that they can't understand that if a team loses in penalties, they still get a point. I think effectively they're saying you get the point
It's
from
a
it being a
tie.
draw at the end of
Yeah.
regulation, and then you give a little something extra to the team that wins in the penalty shootout. And then obviously if you win in regulation, you get the 3 points. I think it just makes for a cleaner point accumulation as you get through this.
It's kind of like in
Stage.
hockey.
I was just gonna say very hockey-esque.
Yeah, in hockey, if you go into overtime, you're guaranteed a point. But if you win in overtime, you get the 3 points. That's the only difference. While here, if you win in the overtime or the penalties, you only get 2, which I guess that's good. That's a reward for winning outright. I do think that they that's good to make that distinction because it does
Yeah.
take
I mean,
a
also
better
otherwise, what's
performance
the
to
point?
get 3. Yeah, well, the point is 2 or 3.
Right. Well, what I'm saying is,
I
what's the
know,
point
man.
of?
I'm messing with you.
They did wake up and chose violence.
I woke up yesterday. It was
Violent
already
today.
like I sent this tirade on the chat, and it was probably worse. And I think it was just to you guys. I don't think I put it even in the Discord because it was a little more vicious in the chat, including Jose.
angry.
Jose responded from Japan. I was like, oh my god,
I feel like
So
Jose's never
sassy.
sleeping. He's always awake over there.
he must be
Always
very
answering.
bored. He's so bored in Japan. He's just glued to his phone.
He misses us. That's what it is. So
Yeah.
before we log off here or wrap up, you guys want to venture a stab at predictions for Necaxa?
Oh man.
They won tonight 3-1 against Atlanta, if I'm not mistaken.
And I haven't looked into Necaxa at all, so it's really hard to make a prediction there.
What scares me is that I really don't like the way we played tonight. Yeah, we had all the chances and all that stuff, but Necaxa should be a better opponent than Atlas, and that just scares me. If my only hope is that RDP gets a training session or two with the team.
He better.
Yeah.
What else is he going to be
I
doing?
don't know how much they're going to be training from now until then. You know, maybe the
They'll
rest
have
of
one.
them
They'll have one.
Hopefully they'll have
full
one or two
training
training
and
with-
probably a
with-
walkthrough.
He'll get to meet the guys.
So hopefully he'll see that
Officially.
we have no speed up front and that we have no real striker, and he'll have to change his ways a little bit. But that's my main hope. And I'm hoping. I know our defense played fine, but I really want to see No Allen out there. I want to see Bright subbed in instead of Redondo later on. So those are the kind of the little things that I want to see. I want to see change. And man, Allende, I need you to finish, man. It's crazy.
Are we gonna win or not, Chris?
Are you gonna make a prediction?
I think we'll go to penalties. I won't say.
No,
yes or no.
you've
How
been
about that?
dying to say that for years.
Finally, he's like, there's finally straight to
It's been
penalties,
3
no
years.
extra time, just penalties.
No, I think we'll win. I think we'll win. I think we'll win. No penalties. We'll win all right.
I have to disagree with you, Chris. I do like how we played tonight. It's just a matter of we didn't finish. Yeah, we played and we generated chances. It's just we need to be more clinical. So I feel good about heading against Necaxa. We got lucky in a sense that we came away with a victory tonight despite our inability to finish. And I think as RDP gets more integrated into this team, I think we'll be able to get even more consistency and be able to generate chances more consistently. And I think over the course of many opportunities, it will sort of regress to the mean as far as how many times we score off of those chances. So I think we take care of business against Necaxa, and I think it's a 3-1 victory for Inter Miami.
How about this? I'll give you a classic Dave hedge.
Oh boy.
If Fafa starts, we win easy. We win
happening.
easy.
It's not happening.
It's a big
never
if.
happen.
If Fafa doesn't start, we won't win so easy.
Fantastic.
But if he starts,
great work by you.
If he starts, I need everybody to feel good. Just feel real good about yourselves.
I was just looking at the standings for Liga MX. I was very curious. So Atlas is 9th in the standings. Necaxa is 7th. So technically, we should be beating these guys without any issues. Just saying.
I mean, we should be beating everybody in the MLS without any issues, and there's issues. So, like,
debatable. There's some good.
Debatable. It's a fact.
Yeah, there's some really good teams out there.
I told you the MLS sucks. I hate them all. There's no really good teams. It's just us.
All right. Well, the match against Necaxa takes place on Saturday, and kickoff is at 7 p.m.
Horrible
on a Saturday.
I hate it.
It's a Saturday though.
My kids go to bed at the same time every day. It doesn't matter.
Never mind. That 7 p.m. is exactly bedtime here. So yeah, you're absolutely right.
It is
sucks.
It is not a good time.
Even today, 7:30, I was like, all right, time to go to bed a little early. Like,
yeah, it's brutal. 9 p.m. is like optimal for me.
It's never 9. It's never 9 p.m.
Well, kickoff is never 9 p.m.
Yeah.
So it would be the perfect.
That's what I just said.
But it would be the perfect time.
It's never 9 p.m.
All right, Dave is just very violent tonight. Very violent. But
yeah, Elaine, my kid, Nico's knocked out by 7:15.
Shit, my kids don't even know what that means.
Oh man. All right, guys. Well, we will be live again on Saturday night after the Necaxa match. Thank you for everyone who tuned in to listen. If you guys are watching on YouTube, please hit the like and subscribe buttons if you haven't already. For those of you listening on audio platforms, please leave a 5-star review. Helps us out a lot. And yeah, we will see you guys on Saturday. Have a great rest of your week. And how about cello, huh?